Good evening. Welcome to the May 2nd, 2023 regular Village Board meeting. If you'd please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, all members are here except for Nancy tonight. And a motion, we approve the minutes of the 4/18/23 meeting.
Yes.
All right, and I see we have a guest in the audience. You here to watch, or you got something to talk to us about?
Joe Navarro.
Come right up to the podium there,
Yeah,
Joe,
I know.
so we can hear you.
Gotcha. Joe Navarro, Carver Companies, Port Clemens. Here to address the issue of the water district extension at the port. Want to come and just kind of give some clarity as to where we stand right now with respect to that issue. It's my understanding previously that there was a application for some industrial usage previously, reviewed. Any of the projects that were potentially proposed with respect to a need for industrial usage are no longer on the table at this point and not in the foreseeable future. So what we see right now is essentially commercial usage as a requirement. Understanding that that's, for offices, bathrooms, normal usage with respect to that type of use. Any of the potential proposed offshore wind manufacturing projects for the port right now are not industrial water users. So, if at some point in the future that were to ever change, certainly we could address that, but we're here just to request that we can be considered to have it approved under the commercial versus and tabling the industrial.
All right, what we'd have to do, Joe, is the fact that it's now commercial usage, we don't need the giant storage tanks, because obviously
Right.
that was predicated on the
Volume.
massive amount
Yep.
of water. What we will have to do is a couple things. We'll still need the meter installed for that, the main master meter that you guys had purchased.
Yeah, and that's,
Maybe some Friday or Saturday.
yeah, we're waiting on a part, but
Okay.
we're just about to get that in.
Yep, we would need the meter, and then and because it is different from industrial use water, we would just need a new application, so we can go through the process. Just a simple, I think the first step is just a letter, something written to the village board.
Okay?
This is what you're looking for, and then we can progress with that. And I can also, we've had a transition between our former attorney and a new firm that's representing us.
Okay.
That's Young Summers. And we'll get you that information too, so we can get you talking to them and make sure we just get everything where it's supposed to be.
Okay. Where do I get that application? Is that
It's-
online?
Yeah, it's in our code.
Okay.
All we require is very simple, just like you did with the industrial, it's a letter of intent. We know what you're doing, and the district, we're familiar with all that.
Yeah.
But just for us to start the process officially, new letter of intent for commercial
Yeah.
usage, that's all.
Okay.
And if, you probably have a copy of the first one, just,
Yeah, I'm kind
Somewhere.
of getting brought into this. Nick was handling a lot of this previously and whatnot, so.
yeah.
But now that things kind of scaled back to that effect, so I can do that.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, and those are the first steps, and we've already got all the legwork in, really, so it
Yeah.
shouldn't be a big deal at all.
Okay? Sounds good.
All right, but yeah, you can call Sue at the office if you need any information, tomorrow, get the ball rolling, and she can give you Young Summers if you do. I think if Cardona is still handling your end of it,
Yeah,
I think they're in the same building, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you can get a hold of
yeah.
the proper people.
Okay, Sounds good.
All right.
That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
You got it.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
Appreciate it.
Here's Ravena.
Have a good night.
Yep, you too. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Bill, you got anything you want to talk about? I'm good. All right. You're good. We've got the Ravena's Fire Department's report for I do not think this is the call of May 2023. I think this is April.
Oh, I think so.
14 calls they had during the month of April, brings a total of 51 for the year. April 10th was the busiest day. They responded to 6 separate incidents throughout that day. All incidents were relatively minor. And they've been doing a lot of training on various topics as the weather's gotten nicer.
That watermark is tough to read.
It is. They've made several requests for county-run courses to be held at the firehouse, and hopefully they will know more then. On May 6th, they're doing the Hudson Valley Little League Parade. That's the rescheduled date. And they're also participating in the Village Music and Arts Festival. On May 12th, they're doing a mock DWI drill for the seniors attending prom at the high school. And also on May 14th is their annual Mother's Day breakfast. Moms eat free with a paying child. And their new elections. The chief is Kevin Phillips, deputy chief Travis Whitbeck, first assistant chief Bob Travis, captain is Mike Maddock, first lieutenant Christina King, second lieutenant Wyatt Howd, I don't know how you pronounce that. Second lieutenant Sarah Trombley, chief engineer Harry Standard, and the chief of the fire police is Mary Lou Lennon. So they've been very busy. And all the officers have been sworn in and ready to roll. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Queens Police Report for April, 1,739 calls for service. What's that?
That was for the dates April on top.
Oh, it was dated April, so
Yeah, that's
my
what I
bad.
saw too.
All right. So yeah, a lot of stops, a lot of tickets. Something I wanted to address. If you see something that you think is a crime, the right thing to do is not to message me on Facebook. It's not to call my cell phone. It's not to call the village office. We are not the police. We don't handle police matters. While we like to know what's going on, if there is indeed an emergency that's wasting valuable time by not just calling 911, that's the number that you call if you see something that there's a problem with. So please, don't waste time trying to go through other channels. If something bad's happening, call 911. It's the best way, especially so you can get through to somebody. The highway work report, a lot of brush and bag cleanups. The daylighting project in Faith Plaza, we're getting ready to get that hydro seeded.
Tomorrow?
Hopefully the rain holds off, doesn't wash it away. But yeah, a lot of cleanup, some shared services, did some work with New Baltimore with the sweeper. Pothole repairs, of course, now that the plants are open, and some sidewalk repair, which we've got to talk to Niagara Mohawk
Yes.
about that because
Me and Joey are working on it.
they like to rip the sidewalk up and then just say, oh, it's not our problem. So we're going to have to work on that. We shouldn't be paying for that.
Henry, there's like a big hole on Main Street, like under the bridge.
Yeah, you were here for that. State DOT will be down tomorrow morning.
Okay,
For
I
that.
just saw it because
We got multiple calls on it
as I
today.
was coming here, someone hit the cones, and the cones flew off of the
Oh.
hole, so it's no longer marked.
And I only put those out an hour ago, so.
Yeah, so. you ran right over them.
Par for the course.
So I'm just like, no.
And right now, we're on the water main project on Whitbeck Street. And as you may or may not have seen, we are in the very last stages of, speaking of water, getting some funding from the federal government through Mr. Tonko's office, which Joe had an opportunity to do a presentation there on Monday, and I think things look pretty good. If they can get their act together in Washington, we'll be able to make some much-needed improvements. And the building report, building department. A lot of zoning enforcement, and there's been a lot of work on court issues for code enforcement, and some of them have been resolved and some of them are being resolved, and we are still actively working on a couple of major issues on the main street, so. That is good. A lot of permits going out, a lot of fences, pools, solar projects for people. All right. Well, Henry, if you want to update on some projects, I suppose now would be the time.
Like you said, with the daylighting project, we're almost complete with that. We just got the blacktop crew coming in. They're gonna start doing some work tomorrow. We're gonna be hydro seeding tomorrow. So that'll be done. I believe the fence will be going in this week also. Then we'll just be waiting for the trees, and then we'll be able to close that project out. It is, like I said, it looks pretty good over there right now with the seed that we did through the winter time. So it's not a whole lot of hydro seeding we have to do. Like the Mayor said, we started on the Whitbeck water main project, started fusing pipe last week, and we started putting pipe in today. So it's moving right along. We got about 60 feet of pipe in today right now, and we had a couple snafus with a couple extra pipes that we didn't know about. So starting tomorrow, we should be able to move right along with that. Hoping to have that done in about 3 weeks' time, the water main project. And then we'll be working, like I said, we'll be staying right over there and then going right into the park projects. We'll be doing the drainage in the playground area, putting the mulch into the playground area. The other stuff that is contracted out, that's all going to be waited on for parts and supply chain issues. I believe the playground area, the playground itself might be July. Splash pad will be August. And we're not sure about the tennis and basketball court yet. But I want to try to get that done before, if we're having that fall festival, I want to try to work it with that. And also with the basketball program that's going on with Albany County. So I just got to work on with them, make sure how quick they can have that done.
We're looking at the first week in October, I think it's the 7th.
7th of October, about that? Okay. All right, just so I know. Perfect. Other than that, we're doing we'll be going out with the sweeper real soon and doing the more potholes.
Was there any work on the court repair, Henry, or was that part of what you were talking about?
That's part of, they'll be doing the repairs on the basketball court and the tennis courts and then doing the overcoat.
That's soon, though?
They didn't have us on the schedule. There was a mishap there. I talked to Linda about it. They're supposed to get us onto the schedule because originally they didn't have us down at all for this year. So
The gentleman that was taking care of us left.
left.
And
So
forgot to
he
tell
didn't pass the
everybody.
information on. So good thing we followed up with it, and so. And just to let you know, the paving project for the year, the roads that we're looking at, I talked to Mayor today. Mountain Road, definitely. Hillcrest. Madison Ave is being looked at, and North Clement's going to be looked at. Those are right now, it appears to be the 4 worst roads that we're gonna do, but Mountain Road is definitely, being a major thoroughfare and a lot of waves into it after the water main project. We gotta get that done, so.
All right,
All right?
very good, thank you. So I motion we table the discussion on our redo of the park complex rental info guidelines. I think we need to have a little more time to discuss that. So as it stands now, we'll keep everything the way it is until we have time to, we'll send that to the next meeting, so. All right. No fun tonight. Okay, I've got some budget adjustments, and Ms. Susan King would like to make the following adjustments to the 2022-23 adopted budget, and it is a laundry list of them. So guess what? In my patented move, hit pause. Hit pause again. They will be read into the record, and as always, you can come and review them at any time. They are mostly small items to balance out the budget. We got a few pages of them here. It's all good, so I motion we accept that transfer.
Yes.
And now, Linda, if you wanted to talk about the
Yes, I do.
pool, go right ahead.
Yep, I have 3 motions that I'd like to bring to the board tonight. The first motion is to hire Jasmine Powell at $17 per hour for a 40-hour per week over a 7-day week position at the pool this summer.
I second that.
And that's a director, correct?
That is the director, pool director.
I vote yes.
The second motion, I'd like to hire Darlene Mergendahl as a pool consultant at $16 per hour, not to exceed 20 hours per week.
Yes.
Okay, and the third motion, I'd like a motion to accept, and I'll read to you in a minute, the following Mosher Park summer pool information. And that is as follows. I'm gonna quickly read this so it goes into the minutes. Hours of operation is Monday through Friday, noon till 7 p.m., Saturday noon till 7, and Sunday noon to 7. The adult swim this year will be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Let's see, the season passes this year will be the RCS Central School District students and families, Coxsackie, Queens, and the town of New Baltimore, and the cost this year is the same as I believe it was last year. Family is $125 per season, a 2-person is $100 per season, and a single is $50 per season. And the guest pass is the same as it was last year. The village residents with a guest is $3, and a non-village resident with a guest is $5 per person.
All right.
Thank you.
Do you have to second that or anything?
Yeah,
or-
second that.
Okay,
Sure, yeah, second
I
we
didn't. Make sure.
vote yes, we accept that. And I just see you've provided some pass application information here for us.
Yes.
Is it anything changed, or is that the same?
I believe it is still the same because no one notified me that it was a change, so I'm assuming it was the
Okay.
same.
All right, and you get your passes right here at the village office? Not yet, I don't think we're not quite ready. And, yeah, well. No, I'd rather, the pool's a better place to grab it, for sure, so.
Was. It worked out pretty good too, I think. if I
Yeah.
But
remember.
what we may do is prior, maybe have an event prior, so that
Yes.
way people, it won't be such a boom, opening day
Right.
at the pool, trying to,
I believe
we do an event
Darlene
prior.
last year had 2 nights for the week that she was available for residents to come and pick up their
Yeah,
pool
that's a
passes
good
there.
idea.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do the big party this year?
My understanding, something is in the works.
Right, it is the 50th anniversary
Yes, it
of
is
the,
the
having the
50th birthday
the pool and its
anniversary. Yes.
current incantation.
First,
Yeah, we're talking closer to the beginning of July, if I'm,
Right.
yeah,
Good way to kick
Not
off
mis-
the holiday
you
week.
bet you're right.
Nice.
July is the 10th.
Tentatively, yeah.
Planning my staycation already.
Do you want me to keep going, Bill, with the
Yeah, why stop
abstract?
now?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the audited bills for abstract 12-1-23, vouchers 12-1 to 12-21 for the amount of $82,565.32.
Second?
Yes.
That's all I got.
All right. Joe, anything?
Like you said earlier, I went to, I presented our drinking water system improvement plan to pander to Congress. Congressman Tonko, went well. Our government partners over there in Queens were there presenting for the sewer, so hopefully we both come away winners on that one. It was nice to see, so many people from across the area getting together and all that business, but I'm also looking forward to this weekend. I heard Sugar Skull is playing. And I told my kids that, I said, this is the next Beatles, and my kids said, we know Sugar Skull, who are the Beatles? So, it should be a great weekend, and looking forward to it, and that's all I got.
Thanks for the segue, Joe. Saturday is our Music and Arts Festival here at 15 Mountain Road. Where things are gonna be are still a little up in the air depending on the weather. The rain has kind of put a snafu on our original plan, so we're still gonna have it, but we just might have to change things a little bit in terms of structure and logistics. But we have Sugar Skull playing, Glass Pony, and Dr. John Love Prophets. We have every ensemble from the RCS Middle School, the RCS High School, even the drama kids are gonna come out and do a scene or two from their productions. We have tons of art activities for the kids. We're gonna have 2 community art projects where the community is gonna get to participate, and the one from last year is hanging up at the school. I'm hoping maybe this year the community art project will be hung up here at the Village Hall, where, you get to, everyone can take a little piece of it and put your mark on something for the community. We're also gonna have, our big cement planter that, needs to be refurbished. I saw the one that Tracy and Jenna were working on, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I
The
can
tree one
imagine.
is absolutely beautiful.
Yep.
And so we're gonna ask people to come and put their handprints on these planter, so that they can, walk by and say, hey, that's my handprint, or, as you grow up, you're like, hey, that was my handprint when I was 10 years old, now I'm 30. Just to stay connected to your community, so hopefully the rain holds off and we have, a good day, a good dry day, so come on
Can't
out
wait.
on 6th on Saturday, after the parade, after the Clifton Valley Little League parade,
Big
Yeah.
party.
then we'll be here.
It's looking to be a good day. I think we'll be all right.
The Kings is being
Just gotta tell me
coordinated.
where that plan is, that goes to,
In the parking lot somewhere.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
well, like you said, for Friday.
Yeah,
Do
we'll
it
figure that out.
Good food.
I would say probably where the art activities are gonna go up against the building. I'd say that corner.
You know, one more time, here, just show me quick where it's going.
That's all I got.
All right. Very good. And, so we got anything? No. Should we record?
That's okay.
You took notes, you're good. Okay. Well, hopefully,
I'm no Chris.
That's what happens when people hang out with me.
What you know, she's like, Joe.
all right.
That's a
You're
wrap.
right.
I think that's about it. Something else I wanted to mention. We did have a pretty minor water break on Russell Avenue, and the crew managed to really get in there. The dig safe guy happened to be in the community already, so we didn't have to wait for that. And within a couple hours, boom, boom, it was all done, buttoned up.
Wow, that's
So,
great.
I wish they all could go that
quickly,
good.
yeah.
And also, we had, I think it, well, yeah, we didn't talk about it. A truck that was obviously improperly loaded with scrap metal struck the bridge, the thruway bridge on Main Street, and just one end of the bridge to the other, truck frames, appliances, you name it, it was metal everywhere. And to keep things rolling, our guys down there with the equipment, broom, shovels, loaders, we got it cleared up, and the state
Wow.
came down, I think they were there this week,
They're inspecting.
doing some cleanup and inspecting, but, you know, once again, first line of defense, and I wanted to thank them for that.
Yep.
It was a good job.
And just to kind of piggyback off that, May 21st through the 27th is National Public Works Week. And so just if you see throughout out that week, and really anytime, if you see any of our DPW guys, just give them a thank you.
Give them a
for
hug with their
Buy them
permission.
a coffee or a sandwich, or these guys literally make our town run, and I can't begin to thank them enough for all the hard work that they do. So May 21st to the 27th, National DPW Week.
I'm on vacation that week.
Oh, of course, yeah.
We'll send you flowers.
So if you see them, just, you know,
We'll buy you a beer and happy hour.
There you go.
Oh, boy. All right, very good. Then I would motion we adjourn.
Second.
Yes,
Very well. Thank you, everyone.
thank you.